going on, guys? It's been a while since we've done one of these live concept trainings. I'm going to take you behind the scenes of what it's like to scale a store in real time. I found another product that I'm just testing, messing around with, just to show you how simple and easy and repeatable this strategy is every single time. And I know some of you got picture ads straight to a product page. What about implementing an advertorial? Like, there's a lot of these common questions I'm seeing over and over again. What should I do on the first day of launching ads? What should I do if the second day doesn't look good? A lot of the same questions that I tend to answer already. I want to bring you back behind the curtain and answer it again and again to show you that it's relatively the same exact things every single time. So we're going to focus on this campaign first. This is a CBO campaign with 5 ad sets going to a product page. You can see I launched this a couple days ago on December 1st. Technically, I launched this on December 2nd because I scheduled the ads to go out the next day at midnight. So this ad didn't start running until today, or this date here, December 2nd. So we spent about $100. It's $150 a day because I just increased the budget, but let's look at the amount spent. $100 spent. Facebook will overspend a few dollars here and there, sometimes even more than that, but it normally averages out. So already we see here that we have 8 add to carts, 9 initiate checkouts. So you might be wondering, Alex, how is there more initiate checkouts than add to carts? Sometimes people skip through this. I don't know how or why, but sometimes they can skip through the add to carts, go straight to initiate checkouts. I don't have that button turned on to the store, I don't think. So I don't know how they did that, but they did it. $13 add to cart, which is a little bit more expensive than I would want. I normally, for the price of my products, I normally have my products be right around $40 as a base price. I want to see an add to cart less than $10 in most cases, but a little high. As you can see, the break even. I think my break even ROAS is like 1.45. So this is basically break even. And then this is very important, right? CTR, click through rate. Make sure that you guys have a link click through rate and not click through rate all. And then for CPC, make sure it's not CPC all, but it's CPC cost per link click. These metrics look amazing. CPM look amazing. So even though I wasn't like extremely profitable, and we'll open up the ad set here, even though I wasn't extremely profitable, the ad metrics say, hey, you got something cooking here. So on day 1, we can see here, and by the way, every ad set is set to a minimum spending amount of $10, which is set at the ad set level. So we want to make sure we set every ad set at a minimum spend at $10, so every ad set can get a little spend so we can see what is working. So on day 1, and don't look at it on day 1, but you'll see here in just a moment what's happening. So this angle here got $31 to spend on this day, which got most of the spend. Got a sale, and because I use AOV bundling, this person didn't just buy 1 unit, they bought 2. So this really helped carry out the campaign here. So the metrics look good. This got $26, no add to carts, just straight purchases. Sometimes that can happen. Ultimately speaking, as long as there's a purchase, we're good. And yeah, the data looks pretty good here. But we do have a couple ad sets that are spending money and aren't profitable, like at angle 4 and angle 3. Now, I didn't turn angle 4 off on day 1 because look at the add to carts, right? The buying intent is there and the cost to add to cart is the lowest. So I didn't freak out and turn anything off. Now, if we go to the next day here, day 3, we can see that only angle 5 and 4 are the only angles that I have left on and get spent. Sorry, angle 2 also got spent as well. But I turned angle 2 off at the end of this day. Because you see here, we spent $23. We got a 2x ROAS, which is good. But the problem is, actually, I think I kept this on. Yes, sorry, my mistake. I think I kept this on for the remainder of the day, and I didn't see the sale come on. And this is why it's important to make changes late at night. I think this sale populated right after I went to bed. I think I turned my ads off at like 10. I believe I had turned this off. And yeah, I believe I had turned this off. So sale came back in, which is interesting, but it doesn't matter because I'm really just looking for one dominant angle. All you need is one angle to really scale. Next, ROAS. So for those of you wondering, like, Alex, I have a couple ad sets that are looking good. If you have one ROAS that is just so much better than the others, I wouldn't really waste time and waste spend allocating it to the other ad sets. Just let the main one breathe, right? So as you can see here, this one is absolutely crushing. The CTR is better. The CPC is better. The CPM, not better, but everything else is so much better. That's good. And by the way, sometimes it's all right to have a little bit of a higher CPM. That means the quality tends to be better sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. So nothing to freak out about. Right? And that's kind of what we're doing. These are all ad sets going straight to product page. Straight to the product page. There's no, like, you can scale one campaign straight to a product page to $1,000 a day. I've done this now with 3 different stores. I don't even need an advertorial. So a lot of you guys are caught up with an advertorial. Should we get an advertorial? You can. Now look, conversion value, by the way, made $572 in revenue from this one campaign. Only spent $100. So if I theoretically double this up and I keep relatively the same ROAS, this is going to drop a little bit, right? Normally when you increase budget, ROAS drops a little, but because my ROAS is so high, I can increase the budget. The ROAS might drop from a 5 to a 4. That's still very profitable. So I could easily get this to $1,000 a day within like 3 days. And this is what I'm trying to show you guys. Like, a lot of you guys are caught up in so many different things. It's not that hard to get a store to $1,000 a day. Like it really isn't, man. Like, I'm telling you, it really isn't. It's the same thing every time. There's not much that I do. I look at the data. I build a good store. Majority of my stores look the same. Offers are great too. Like, I look at the offer of my competitor. I slightly tweak it, make it better. Add like an ebook. I don't overthink it though. Because remember, people are here for the main products. All the complementary things that increase your AOV are great, but it's not something that on day one I need to stress myself out about. Just get the store up, get the angles going, create good copy, create good images, and that's it. I mean, that's really, I can take this store to 2-3K down just this one campaign alone on good profit margins too. So that being said, naturally speaking, you might be saying, well, Alex, that's great and all. What's this other campaign? Well, this campaign is exactly this campaign, just going to an advertorial, hence the name ADV. So this is going straight to a product page. This one's going straight to an advertorial. I shortcut the process. I didn't bother adding in the other 3 angles that weren't doing well. I just added the 2 angles that looked really good, including angle 5, which was the most dominant one. And as of today, we can see that the campaign is at a 4x ROAS. Angle 4 now is crushing it for me. While angle 5 was doing the best with the product page, angle 4, this is just one day though, is doing best for me with the advertorial. So I'll let this probably spend another day or two, and then I'm going to ultimately cut off angle 5 and only allow angle 4 to run if it stays this high of a ROAS. And then look at this CTR, insane CTR, insane CPC, insane CPM. This is going straight to US audience and very competitive market. Not the niche, but the market of the US is very competitive, as you guys know, but you can still get amazing CPMs. So if you're like saying, Alex, I keep getting $150 CPMs, what's wrong? Like, is the strategy not working? There's a great chance that your product research just needs to continue to get better. You need to continue to find more unique niche products. And your ability to create good copy, create good images, make sure your headline hooks, right? That's very, very important. Your headline hooks matter a lot. So if we look at this example here, I did this for a training. These were some of my images that I ran for Helloven. And this matters a lot. So people think the CTR, the link click-through rate, matters when it comes to images. Images stop the scroll. There's actually no true hard metric we can use to track how much the image has an impact, because it's not just the image alone, it's the image along with the first sentence here that kind of peeks through as a preview. This matters a lot too. So when you guys are creating your copy, it's important that you're not just taking whatever Claude gives you and just spit it back out into Facebook, but use a little bit of critical thinking skills and try to pick the best opening hook that aligns with your target audience, but also gets them to keep reading. So some of you guys are creating, you find great products, you create great images, but this is where you're struggling as well. The copy matters. Additionally, I had to tell another student this, but this can't be cut off, right? We need to be able to read the entirety of this. So if you're making your headlines too long where there's dots at the end of this because we can't see the full sentence, you are doing yourself a disservice. These are the 3 main components. This plus the image plus the headline all go together to improve your link click-through rate, because people need to actually see this to click on the ad and go to your website. Obviously your CPC will be lower too if you make this better. But a lot of times you guys need to maybe change and split test different headline hooks. And I would do this under the same campaign, just a new ad set. So literally what I would do is I'd go here. If both of these ad sets, or actually let's go to the original campaign. If both of these ad sets or all 5 of these ad sets suck, but maybe my CPMs were not horrible or my CPC wasn't horrible, but there's some potential there. Maybe I got a couple add to carts. What I would do is I would duplicate, create a new ad set. I would split test this, let this run for 2 days, make sure the minimum spend is $10 a day, let it run for 2 days, so it spends a total of $20. And if the metrics aren't better, I do it one more time, try a different headline hook, use the same images that I used, use the same headline, but just change the opening sentence, because this is the preview, right? This is, if you think about like a video, this is the first 3 seconds of a video. And this is what gets people to stop the scroll, but more importantly, click the see more button and read the rest of the actual long copy. This can literally change the way your performance completely impacts your entire campaign. But yeah, another store, I'm going to take the $1,000 a day. As you can see, it doesn't take 2-3 weeks to do this. It takes literally a week tops. And if it takes a little longer, that's fine. But I'm just showing you guys that I can pretty much find a new product and get it off the ground really quickly on a new pixel, targeting straight to the US every single time. And that's it. So if I really wanted to, all I'm going to do now is slowly scale these campaigns. So what I'm going to start off by doing is increasing the budget by $50 a day. Well, $50 for one day. So this budget I increased, it's $150 now as of today. I'm going to wait like 2x ROAS, or is it a 4x ROAS? If it's a 4x ROAS and I have a lot of room of margin, I'm going to increase the budget again another $50. Once it's at $200 a day, if it's still at high ROAS, then I'll double it to $400. And if it stays at a high ROAS, then I will double it again to $800. If it's still good, from $800, around $8,000 to $1,000, you can't keep doubling. You got to be careful. Now you got to wait a few days. You got to make sure adding new ad sets into the existing campaigns. You got to feed it. Think of this like a wood fire stove, right? Like the wood is going to be burnt down, and to keep the flame going, you have to keep putting more wood in the stove. It's the same thing with this campaign. As Facebook starts to spend more every single day, if you're not adding new ad sets in to stoke the fire, it's going to die out quickly. And the more you spend, the faster the fire is going to burn. So now, and to add new ad sets, guys, it's literally just copy your winning message, generate new images, and then create a duplicate ad set under that, and then boom, throw it in there. It takes 5 minutes to do this. It really does. And that's why I prefer this over video ads. I got to 8K a day, and I'm managing a brand at 5K a day on just images alone at 1K a day in profit. Simply by just using good copy, good images, good avatars. So here's some of the materials in the program that you can refer to. First things first, if you haven't already, please watch What to Do During Testing Phase. I literally break down every scenario of what you should be doing, what's happening, why things are not working the way they should, in every single facet that you can possibly think of. There's a research document on how to set up your custom columns so we can look at the data properly, and how we can address pretty much every single scenario in the first 3 days of testing to make sure you are profitable as possible. Also, this training and the remaining of these trainings, similar to them, will be in the fundamentals of dropshipping. I highly recommend you watch these because a lot of these are live, deep store audits. I don't know many gurus in the space taking you behind the scenes of their profitable brands and showing you how to actually scale, what decisions they make, but I'm doing it. So leverage this resource, leverage this opportunity, go through these trainings, because it's not like a lot of the course material is theory. A lot of courses in general are theory, but this is real life things that you're seeing in real time. Real decisions being made and how I make those decisions. So this training that you're watching here will obviously reside in this portion of the course, but if you haven't already, check these other ones out as well. And then on top of that, when it comes time, for those of you that have seen a couple of good days of a image ad going straight to a product page and you want to scale with an avatorial, because avatorials will really add gas to the fire. People think avatorials will fix a bad campaign. It won't. If this campaign here wasn't good, throwing an avatorial in front of it 9 times out of 10 won't make it better. You have to get the winning angle. You have to create the winning copy, because the reason why this avatorial is doing so good is because I found the winning angle. So guess what my avatorial copy says? My avatorial copy resides straight to the winning angles. And luckily for me, these two angles here are very similar. So that's why they're both doing really well. Not every product allows for that. Some products are going to have angles that are so different. But these angles are relatively similar. That's why they're both doing relatively good. But that you think, oh, you just build an avatorial. No, it's not about just building an avatorial. It's about building an avatorial that aligns with the sub niche and the angle that's working best for you. And you can't do that unless you have an angle that's actually doing good. All right, so that's important that you watch that. So for those of you that are ready to do that, if you're not sure, you can always message me, of course. Under scaling tutorial, it's the same template I use every single time. I have a couple different templates. I might add some more in here. Some of the other templates are a little bit more complex, but I've given you the easiest template to replicate and get off the ground really quickly. $1,000 a day are hard, man. I remember when I was just starting my journey, that's all I wanted. I kept telling myself, man, I get to $1,000 a day. It's gonna be the best thing in the world. Now that's kind of like the baseline, right? Like that's kind of standard now to me, because again, image ads has made it so much easier. If you guys have any questions, please leave them in the community chat. Excited to have you guys all in here, and yeah, message me if you guys are really struggling with something in particular.